What really makes you happy? Are you ready to find out? Hey there, friend. Let us kick things off with a question that cuts right to the core. What truly makes you happy? Is it the warmth of family gathered around a table, the infectious laughter of loved ones that lights up your heart, a hefty bank account that promises security, or perhaps just a fleeting moment of peace when your mind finally quiets down? Happiness is something we all chase, but it's slippery, isn't it? In today's world, we're bombarded with messages telling us that joy comes from landing the perfect job, jetting off on a dream vacation, or snagging that shiny new gadget we're convinced we need. But what if those things are just distractions from the real path to fulfillment? What if the secret to lasting happiness lies not in what's happening around us, but in what's happening within us? This idea isn't new. It stretches back to ancient times, to the Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, who believed that true happiness is an inside job. Their wisdom, forged in a world far different from ours, still resonates deeply today. It's practical, grounded, and powerful, offering tools to navigate life's ups and downs with clarity and calm. So, let's embark on a journey together. I'm sharing 10 Stoic principles that can guide you toward a deeper, more enduring kind of happiness. These aren't fluffy self-help tips. They're battle-tested ideas that can transform how you see the world and your place in it. Ready to dive in? I'm right here with you, every step of the way. The Stoics taught that happiness, or eudaimonia as they called it, isn't about chasing fleeting pleasures or avoiding pain. It is about living in alignment with reason and virtue. First, they urge us to focus on what we can control. Life is unpredictable. Traffic jams, difficult people, unexpected setbacks, but we can't control those. What we can control is our response, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. By letting go of what's beyond our grasp, we free ourselves from frustration and find peace in doing our best with what's in our hands. Second, practice gratitude for what you have. The Stoics remind us that we often overlook the simple gifts in our lives, a warm meal, a kind word, a sunrise, because we're too busy craving what we don't have. Take a moment each day to reflect on what's good and watch how it shifts your perspective. Another key principle is to embrace adversity as a teacher. The Stoics saw challenges not as curses, but as opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. When life throws a curveball, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? This mindset turns obstacles into stepping stones. Similarly, they encourage us to practice self-discipline. Happiness isn't found in indulging every whim, but in mastering our impulses, whether it's resisting that extra slice of cake or staying calm in a heated argument. This builds a quiet confidence that no external chaos can shake. The Stoics also emphasize living in the present. We often dwell on the past or worry about the future, missing the only moment we truly have, now. By focusing on the present, we find clarity and purpose in the small actions that make up our days. Another principle is to cultivate resilience through amor fati, loving your fate. This doesn't mean passively accepting life, but embracing it fully, good and bad, as part of your unique journey. It's about saying yes to life no matter what it brings. Finally, the Stoics remind us to connect with others through kindness and empathy. Happiness isn't solitary. It grows when we lift others up. By practicing these principles daily, you can build a life of purpose and peace, unshaken by the world's storms. So, are you ready to try one or two of these ideas? They're simple but profound, and I'm here to walk this path with you. Let's find that deeper joy together. Believe in yourself, even when doubt creeps in. Let's dive into a universal struggle we all face: doubt. That nagging voice in your head whispering, "You can't do this," or "You not good enough," can feel like an unwelcome guest who's overstayed their welcome. It creeps in at the worst moments, when you're about to take a leap, start a new project, or step outside your comfort zone. But here's the thing. Even the greatest minds in history wrestled with doubt. Take Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who ruled an empire while grappling with his own inner turmoil. He didn't have a magic wand to banish self-doubt. That's impossible, even for an emperor. Instead, he developed a practical way to handle it. He'd pause and ask himself, is this thought helping me or holding me back? It's a simple but powerful technique, like putting your doubt under a magnifying glass, examining it, and transforming it from a roadblock into a stepping stone toward growth and resilience. So let's try this Stoic approach together. The next time doubt sneaks in, maybe you're nervous about a new job, a creative endeavor, or even a tough conversation, don't push it away or let it fester. Acknowledge it. Name it. Say, okay, doubt, I see you. But don't stop there. Challenge it. Marcus Aurelius believed that our lives are shaped by our thoughts, famously writing, "Your life is what your thoughts make it." This isn't just poetic wisdom. It's a call to action. When doubt tries to take the wheel, counter it with evidence of your own strength. Think back to a time you succeeded, even in a small way. Maybe you nailed a presentation at work, even though your stomach was in knots. Or perhaps you finally perfected that tricky recipe after a few burnt attempts. Those moments, no matter how small, are proof of your capability. They're reminders that you've faced challenges before and come out stronger. This Stoic practice is about shifting your perspective. Doubt isn't your enemy. It's a signal to pause and reflect. By questioning whether a thought serves you, you take back control. You're not aiming for a life free of doubt. That's unrealistic. Instead, you're building a habit of resilience, where doubt becomes a tool for growth rather than a barrier. The Stoics taught that happiness doesn't come from a perfect, worry-free existence, but from trusting yourself to keep moving forward, no matter what. Each time you challenge doubt, you're laying another brick in the foundation of self-belief. That's where true happiness begins. Not in external achievements or flawless confidence, but in the quiet strength of knowing you can handle whatever comes your way. To make this practical, try this exercise. The next time doubt hits, write down one thing you've accomplished that you're proud of, no matter how small. Maybe you helped a friend through a tough time or stuck with a workout routine for a week. Then ask yourself, if I could do that, what else am I capable of? Hold on to that thought. Let it anchor you. Over time, this practice rewires how you see yourself. You're not someone at the mercy of doubt. You're someone who can face it, question it, and keep going. So, what's one thing you can believe in about yourself right now? It could be your persistence, your kindness, or your ability to learn from mistakes. Grab hold of that truth, let it ground you, and let's keep moving forward together. With each step, you're not just battling doubt. You're building a life of purpose, resilience, and deep, lasting happiness. Take a step back. Reflect on your life's story. Now that we're building confidence in ourselves, let's take a moment to slow down and reflect. When was the last time you truly paused to think about your life? Not just the endless to-do list or the next deadline, but the bigger picture? Reflection doesn't require you to climb a mountain, retreat to a monastery, or meditate for hours. It's much simpler, yet profoundly powerful. Picture yourself in a quiet moment, maybe sipping your morning coffee, the steam curling upward, the world still hushed. In that stillness, ask yourself, what gets me out of bed every day? Why do I do the things I do? Imagine your life as a movie playing out on a screen. Would you be captivated, leaning forward in your seat, or would you find yourself dozing off before the opening credits? This kind of reflection isn't about judging yourself harshly. It's about being honest, curious, and open to seeing your life with fresh eyes. Reflection is like holding a mirror up to your daily routine. If your life were a YouTube video, would you hit the like button, or would you scroll past it without a second thought? I went through this exercise myself during a particularly hectic time in my life. I was running on autopilot, checking off tasks, but I realized I wasn't excited about my own story. My days felt like a blurry loop of obligations, and I'd lost touch with what made me feel alive. So I took a step back and thought about the dreams I'd tucked away on a mental shelf, gathering dust. There was the urge to learn to paint, the longing to take a trip I'd been talking about for years, even the simple desire to spend more time with people who light me up. Those dreams weren't impossible. They were just buried under the noise of everyday life. Reflection helped me see what was working and what wasn't, and it gave me the clarity to start rewriting my story into one I'd be proud to tell. The Stoics, like Seneca, were big on this kind of self-examination. They believed that taking time to reflect helps us live with intention, aligning our actions with our deeper values. It is not about overhauling your life overnight. It is about noticing where you were drifting and gently steering yourself back toward what matters. For me, that meant breaking my dreams into small, manageable steps, like charging my phone every night. I started setting aside 10 minutes a week to sketch or researching one destination for that dream trip. These tiny actions added up, making my days feel less like a checklist and more like a story I was excited to live. Reflection gives you that power to see where you're stuck, to reconnect with what sparks joy, and to take small, deliberate steps toward a life that feels like yours. So here's your invitation to try it. Find a quiet moment today, maybe over that morning coffee or during a walk or even before bed. Ask yourself, what's one dream I've been putting off? It could be something big, like starting a new career, or something small, like reading a book you've been curious about. Then think of one tiny step you can take to move toward it. Maybe it's signing up for a class, writing down a plan, or even just daydreaming about it for 5 minutes. Reflection isn't about finding all the answers. It's about asking the right questions. What's one dream you can start chasing even in the smallest way? Take that step, and you're already writing a story worth watching. I'm right here with you, cheering you on as you make it your own. Focus on what's in your hands. Let S shift gears to a Stoic principle that can bring a profound sense of calm to even the stormiest days, focusing on what you can control. Life has a way of throwing curveballs, doesn't it? One moment, everything's sailing along smoothly, and the next, you're blindsided by a delayed flight, an unexpected bill, or someone's sour mood derailing your plans. It can feel like you are trying to hold water in your hands, slipping through no matter how tightly you grip. The Stoics, however, had a powerful secret for staying steady amidst life's unpredictability. Epictetus, one of their sharpest minds, put it plainly. Some things are within your control, and some simply aren't. Your job is to focus on what's yours to manage and let go of the rest. Seneca, another Stoic heavyweight, lived this principle even during exile, a gut-wrenching moment where he was forced to leave his home, status, and comforts behind. Yet he found peace by turning inward, pouring his energy into writing, reflection, and tending to his inner world. That's the Stoic way, anchoring yourself in what you can shape, no matter what chaos swirls around you. Think of life like a video game. You can't control the game's design, the levels, the obstacles, or how other players behave. But you can control your moves, your joystick, your buttons, your strategy. In life, that translates to your actions, your thoughts, and your attitude. These are your tools, your levers of power. I remember a time when I was stuck in a maddening traffic jam, already running late for an important meeting. The road was a mess, cars barely inching forward, and I could feel frustration bubbling up. I couldn't clear the traffic or rewind time, but I realized I could control how I responded. Instead of fuming, I took a deep breath, popped on a podcast I'd been meaning to listen to, and decided to make the most of the moment. That small shift didn't unclog the road, but it unclogged my mind, turning a stressful situation into a pocket of calm. That is the magic of focusing on what's in your hands. It doesn't change the external world, but it transforms your experience of it. This Stoic principle is about drawing a clear line between what's yours to manage and what isn't. You can't control the weather, other people's opinions, or random strokes of bad luck. but you can control how you prepare, how you speak, how you think, and how you carry yourself. Next time life feels chaotic, maybe a work deadline shifts unexpectedly or a friend snaps at you, pause and ask, what can I control right now? Maybe it's the effort you put into a task, the kindness you show despite someone's bad mood, or simply the way you choose to frame the situation in your mind. By zeroing in on these, you reclaim your power. You stop wrestling with the uncontrollable and start building a sense of inner stability. This focus on control is a cornerstone of Stoic happiness. It's not about dodging life's challenges, but about navigating them with clarity and purpose. Each time you choose to act thoughtfully, to redirect your energy toward what's yours to shape, you're cultivating a peace that external circumstances can't shake. That peace, built moment by moment, becomes a foundation for lasting happiness. So try it today. When chaos strikes, take a breath and identify one thing you can control. Maybe it's a small action like writing a kind email or a mental shift like letting go of a grudge. Whatever it is, lean into it. That's where your strength lies, and I'm right here with you as you find it. Spread kindness like ripples in a lake. Let's dive into a principle that can truly light up your world. Kindness. There's an old saying that resonates deeply. You get what you give. Imagine tossing a pebble into a calm lake. The ripples spread far beyond where the pebble lands, touching shores it could never reach on its own. That's the power of kindness. It doesn't need to be grand or flashy. Small acts, like holding a door open, sharing a genuine smile, or offering a kind word, can brighten someone's day in ways you might not even see. And here's the beautiful secret. Those acts of kindness don't just lift others. They light up your own heart too. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, who lived a life marked by generosity, believed there's always an opportunity to be kind, no matter your circumstances. Whether you're in a bustling city or a quiet village, you can always extend a hand, a word, or a moment of care. I'll never forget a moment that brought this home for me. I was at a grocery store, rushing through my day, when I noticed a stranger struggling to juggle heavy bags while wrangling a cart. It would have been easy to keep walking. Most people did. But something stopped me. I offered to carry a bag to their car, and the gratitude in their smile was like a spark that lit up my whole day. It wasn't just their relief. It was the unexpected warmth I felt, a quiet joy that lingered long after I'd moved on. That's the magic of kindness. It's not about keeping score or expecting a reward. It's about knowing that every small act sends out ripples, making the world a little softer, a little warmer. And in that kind of world, happiness grows naturally, like a seed finding fertile ground. The Stoics, like Seneca, saw kindness as a cornerstone of a good life. It's not just about being nice, it's about recognizing our shared humanity. When you choose kindness, you're saying, I see you, and we're in this together. It's a rebellion against the indifference that can creep into our busy lives. And the best part? Kindness is always within your control. You don't need money, power, or perfect timing to offer it. A sincere compliment to a friend, a thank you note to a coworker, or a moment of patience with a stressed-out neighbor, these are all seeds of kindness that cost nothing but mean everything. Each act strengthens your connection to others and, in turn, to yourself. Science backs this up, too. Studies show that acts of kindness release oxytocin, the feel-good hormone, in both the giver and receiver. It's like a biological high five, boosting your mood and reducing stress. But the Stoics didn't need studies. They knew that living virtuously, including being kind, aligns you with a deeper sense of purpose. When you make kindness a habit, you're not just improving someone else's day, you're building a life where joy feels more accessible, more sustainable. You are creating a world where happiness doesn't depend on what you have, but on what you give. So here's your challenge. Look for one opportunity to be kind today. It could be as simple as texting a friend to say you appreciate them, helping a neighbor with a small task, or even smiling at a stranger. Notice how it feels, not just for them, but for you. Those ripples you send out will come back in ways you can't predict, warming your world and theirs. I'm right here with you, cheering you on as you spread a little light with every kind act. Do less, but do it with all your heart. Let us streamline our approach with a Stoic principle that can bring clarity and calm to our busy lives. Do less, but do it better. Ever tried juggling too many balls at once? Chances are they all end up crashing to the floor. Life can feel the same way when we overload ourselves with tasks, commitments, and distractions. When we try to do everything, we often end up stretched thin, feeling like we're not doing anything particularly well. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, understood the transformative power of focus. He advised pouring your energy into what's right in front of you, giving it your full attention and heart. By narrowing your focus, you create space for excellence, turning ordinary moments into something meaningful. This principle is about quality over quantity. Think about your to-do list. Does it look like a mile-long scroll of endless tasks? It's tempting to believe that tackling more makes us more productive, but the Stoics saw through that illusion. Marcus Aurelius would remind us to strip away the non-essential and dedicate ourselves to what truly matters. In practice, this means looking at your day and picking a few priorities. Maybe it's spending uninterrupted time with your family, diving into a work project you're passionate about, or even carving out a moment for yourself to read or reflect. Give those things your all and let the rest wait. This isn't about being lazy. It's about being intentional, choosing to invest your energy where it counts most. I learned this lesson the hard way. I used to pack my days with tasks, thinking that a crammed schedule meant I was winning at life. But I was exhausted, running on fumes, and nothing felt truly satisfying. My work was rushed, my time with loved ones was distracted, and I was too tired to enjoy the things I cared about. So, I tried a Stoic-inspired experiment. I pared down my daily goals to just 2 or 3 things that mattered most. Maybe it was finishing a report with care or having a real conversation with my partner without checking my phone. I gave those tasks my full focus, treating them like a craftsman chiseling away at a block of stone to reveal something beautiful. The result? I felt lighter, more accomplished, and genuinely proud of what I'd done. It wasn't about doing less for the sake of slacking, it was about doing what mattered with excellence. This approach aligns with the Stoic idea of living deliberately. By focusing on fewer things, you're not just checking boxes, you're creating moments of purpose. It's like tending a small garden with care, rather than trying to maintain an entire forest. Each task you complete becomes a source of deep satisfaction, a quiet happiness that comes from knowing you gave your best. And here's the beauty. This focus spills over into other areas of your life. When you're fully present with a friend, a project, or even a simple chore, you're building a habit of mindfulness that makes every moment richer. So, here's your invitation to try it. Look at your day and pick 1 or 2 things that truly matter. Maybe it's a work task, a hobby, or time with someone you love. Commit to doing them with your full attention, as if they're the only things that exist. Let go of the pressure to do it all. Notice how it feels to give your best to something meaningful. That sense of accomplishment, that clarity. It's a cornerstone of happiness. I'm right here with you, rooting for you as you simplify and shine. Find joy in the little things with gratitude. Let's explore a Stoic principle that can transform the way you see your world. Gratitude. Imagine the feeling of finding a $5 bill tucked away in the pocket of an old jacket. It was there all along, but the moment you discover it, your day instantly brightens. That's the magic of gratitude. It opens your eyes to the small, often overlooked joys that surround you every day. A warm cup of coffee in your hands, a quick text from a friend checking in, the way the sunset paints the sky with streaks of pink and gold. These moments, when noticed, make life feel richer, fuller, and more vibrant. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about choosing to focus on the good that's already there, no matter how small it seems. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who lived a remarkably simple life, mastered this mindset. Born a slave, he faced hardships most of us can't imagine, yet he taught that true contentment comes from focusing on what you have, not what you lack. Instead of dwelling on what's missing, whether it's money, time, or opportunities, he urged us to appreciate what's present in our lives. One practical way to cultivate this habit is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each night, take a moment to jot down one thing you're thankful for. It could be a quiet moment of peace, a hearty laugh with a loved one, or simply the fact that you're here, breathing, and living another day. This practice doesn't require hours, just a minute or two to reflect. I started doing this during a particularly tough stretch in my life when everything felt heavy. At first, it seemed trivial to write things like, "I'm grateful for the rain. It made my evening cozy," or "I'm thankful for a good cup of tea." But over time, those small notes began to shift my perspective. I started noticing more moments of joy, more reasons to smile. The more you look for things to be grateful for, the more you find, and it's like your heart grows bigger to hold it all. Gratitude, as the Stoics understood, is a powerful antidote to dissatisfaction. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that even in imperfect moments, there's something worth appreciating. Science supports this too. Studies show that practicing gratitude can boost your mood, reduce stress, and even improve sleep. But Epictetus didn't need research to know that a grateful heart is a happy one. He saw it as a way to anchor yourself in the present, to find contentment no matter what life throws your way. The secret is beautifully simple. It's not happiness that brings gratitude, it is gratitude that brings happiness. When you train yourself to notice the good, you're not just collecting moments. You're building a mindset that makes joy more accessible, even on the hardest days. So, here's your invitation to try it. Tonight, before you go to bed, grab a notebook or even your phone and write down one thing you're thankful for. It could be a kind gesture from a stranger, a favorite song that lifted your spirits, or the comfort of your favorite sweater. If you don't feel like writing, just pause and think about it. Make it a habit, and watch how it changes the way you see your life. What's one thing you're grateful for right now? Hold on to that thought, let it sink in, and notice how it warms you. I'm right here with you, cheering you on as you discover the richness that gratitude brings to every day.
Look inward, stop chasing approval. Let us confront a challenge we all faced at some point, the trap of seeking approval from others. It's like chasing a shadow. You can sprint after it, pour all your energy into catching it, but it always slips through your fingers. We've all felt that pull, that craving for a thumbs up, a flood of likes on social media, or a nod of validation from a friend, colleague, or even a stranger. It's human to want to feel seen and valued, but here is where Stoicism offers a game-changing perspective. Your worth doesn't live out there in the opinions of others, it is rooted deep within you. The Stoics, like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, taught that true confidence and happiness come from building an inner fortress, one where external approval isn't the key to your self-worth. Instead of handing others the power to define you, you can cultivate a sense of value that's unshakable, no matter who's watching or what they think. So, how do you start breaking free from this cycle? It begins with celebrating your own wins, no matter how small they seem. Did you make your bed this morning? That's a victory worth acknowledging. Did you push through a tough day at work or handle a difficult conversation with grace? You're a rock star. These moments, however ordinary, are proof of your strength and effort. The Stoics believed that focusing on your own actions, those things within your control, builds a foundation of self-respect. I used to fall into the trap of fishing for compliments, posting things online not because I loved them, but because I wanted to feel seen. I'd check my phone obsessively, waiting for likes or comments to validate me. But then I started asking myself a simple question. Am I doing this for me or for the gram? That question was a wake-up call. When I shifted my focus to what made me proud, whether it was finishing a project I cared about or simply showing up for someone I love, I felt a weight lift. It was like decluttering my mind, clearing out the need for external applause and making space for my own growth. This Stoic practice is about reclaiming your power. Seeking approval from others often leaves you at the mercy of their moods, biases, or distractions. But when you start valuing your own opinion above the crowd's, you build a kind of inner freedom. It's not about ignoring others entirely. Feedback can be useful, but about not letting it define you. Imagine your self-worth as a sturdy house you're constructing brick by brick. Each time you act with integrity, put in honest effort, or honor your values, you add another brick. Over time, that house becomes a fortress, strong enough to weather any storm of criticism or indifference. And the best part? This shift doesn't require grand gestures. It's in the small daily choices, choosing to do what feels right for you, not what will impress someone else. Here's your invitation to try it. Today, do something that makes you proud, just for you, no audience required. Maybe it's tackling a task you've been avoiding, writing a journal entry, or simply taking a quiet walk to clear your head. Afterward, pause and acknowledge it. Tell yourself, I did that and it matters. Notice how it feels to be your own cheerleader. It's not about arrogance, it's about recognizing your worth without needing a spotlight. Your opinion of yourself is the one that counts most. I'm right here with you, rooting for you as you build that inner fortress, one proud moment at a time.
Climb your own mountain. Embrace challenges. Let's dive into a Stoic principle that's all about growth. Embracing challenges. Picture yourself climbing a rugged mountain. The path is steep, your legs ache, and there are moments when you question why you even started. But with every step, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, believed that true fulfillment comes not from avoiding life's difficulties, but from facing them head-on. Challenges aren't just obstacles. They're opportunities to discover what you're made of. Life's deepest joys don't come from staying comfortable. They come from pushing through discomfort to uncover your potential. It's not about transforming into a superhero overnight. Expectations. It's about taking small, steady steps up your personal mountain, each one building your strength and character. To make this principle practical, start by setting a goal that stretches you but feels achievable. Maybe it's learning a new skill like cooking or coding, committing to a fitness routine, or reading one book a month. The key is to break it down into manageable steps, small wins that keep you moving forward. I experienced this firsthand when I decided to learn guitar. At first, I was terrible. My fingers ached, and I couldn't play a single chord without it sounding like a cat in distress. But I stuck with it, practicing for just 15 minutes a day. Each time I nailed a new chord or strummed a riff without stumbling, I celebrated that progress. Months later, I could play a full song, and the pride I felt was electric, a kind of happiness that comes from knowing you've grown through effort. Those small victories aren't just about the skill, they're proof you can tackle hard things, and that builds a deep, lasting confidence. The Stoics saw challenges as teachers. Every struggle, whether it's a tough workout or a tricky work project, is a chance to practice virtues like patience, discipline, and courage. Each time you push through, you're not just climbing your mountain, you're sculpting a stronger version of yourself. It's not about the destination alone, it's about who you become along the way. And here's the thing, you don't have to climb alone. Sharing your journey, whether it's telling a friend about your progress or posting about your goals, creates a ripple effect. Your effort can inspire others to tackle their own mountains, and their support can lift you up when the path gets steep. It's a reminder that we're all connected, climbing together in our own ways. To put this into action, pick your mountain today. What's one challenge that excites you, even if it scares you a little? Maybe it's running a 5K, learning a language, or finally organizing that cluttered garage. Break it into small steps. Sign up for a class, download an app, or set aside 10 minutes to start. Track your progress no matter how tiny it seems, a single push-up, one new phrase learned, or a shelf cleared. Each step is a win, and each win fuels your momentum. If you stumble, that's okay. The Stoics would say it's not the fall, but how you get up that defines you. Share your goal with someone you trust. Let their encouragement be wind in your sails. What's your mountain? Take that first step today and feel the pride of starting. I'm right here with you, cheering you on as you grow stronger with every climb. Laugh more. Find the joy in life's absurdity. Let us shift to a Stoic principle that can instantly brighten your day: the power of laughter. Even the Stoics, known for their disciplined approach to life, understood the value of a good chuckle. Epictetus, despite his serious demeanor and challenging life as a former slave, reportedly cherished moments of humor. Laughter, in the Stoic view, is more than just a fleeting giggle. It is a tool to reframe life, as little dramas and find joy in the chaos. Spilled your coffee all over your desk? Instead of fuming, try chuckling at the universe's quirky sense of timing. Lost your keys for the third time this week? Laugh at the absurdity of it. This isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about choosing a lens of humor that makes life's messes feel lighter, more manageable, and even a little delightful. Laughter is like a reset button for your soul. It doesn't erase problems, but it helps you approach them with a clearer, calmer mind. The Stoics believed in focusing on what's within our control, and choosing to find humor is one way to do that. Next time you're stuck in traffic, instead of gripping the steering wheel in frustration, pop on a comedy podcast or imagine the cars around you as part of a ridiculous parade. Had a tough day at work? Swap silly stories with a friend or coworker, maybe about that time you accidentally replied all to an email or tripped over nothing in the hallway. I started leaning into this during a particularly stressful period when small things like my Wi-Fi crashing mid-call would send me into a spiral. One day, instead of groaning, I laughed at the irony. Here I was, trying to seem professional, and the universe decided to play a prank. That shift in perspective was like a weight lifting off my shoulders. Suddenly, the glitch felt less like a disaster and more like a quirky plot twist in my day. The beauty of laughter is that it's contagious. It connects us to others and creates ripples of joy. When you share a funny moment, whether it's a silly observation or a playful joke, you're not just lifting your own spirits, you're inviting others to join in. Think about the last time you laughed with someone, a friend, a family member, even a stranger in line at the store. That shared moment, however brief, creates a bond, a reminder that we're all navigating life's quirks together. The Stoics, like Seneca, valued community and kindness, and laughter is a natural extension of that. It's a way to spread warmth and find harmony, even when life feels complex or overwhelming. To make this practical, try looking for the funny side of your day. It doesn't have to be a grand comedy routine. Just notice one moment where you can choose humor over frustration. Maybe it's laughing at yourself for mispronouncing a word or finding a meme that perfectly captures your mood. If you're feeling down, watch a funny video or call that friend who always makes you smile. Share a lighthearted story with someone and watch how it sparks joy for both of you. Laughter isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about embracing them with a lighter heart. It's a small but powerful way to cultivate happiness, one chuckle at a time. So go ahead. Find a reason to laugh today. Your soul will thank you, and I'm right here, grinning along with you as you do. Love your fate. Embrace life's waves. Let's wrap up with one of the most transformative Stoic principles, loving your fate, or as the Stoics called it, amor fati. At first glance, it sounds daunting. How do you embrace everything life throws at you, the good and the bad? But Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions or gritting your teeth through pain with a stiff upper lip. It's about meeting every moment with a positive, open spirit, seeing each twist and turn as part of your unique journey. Think of life like surfing. Waves will come, some gentle, some towering. But what matters isn't their size, it's how you ride them. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully when he said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Your obstacles, your setbacks, your unexpected detours, they're not just hurdles. They're the very path to your growth, strength, and happiness. Loving your fate means reframing life's challenges as opportunities. Missed your ride to work? Instead of stewing, see it as a chance to take a walk, breathe fresh air, and notice the world around you. Did an important email get lost in the digital void? Use it as a moment to brush up on your tech skills or practice patience. This mindset doesn't erase difficulties, but it transforms how you experience them. I had a day once where everything seemed to go wrong. My car broke down, I was late for a meeting, and I completely forgot an important deadline. I could feel frustration bubbling up, ready to ruin my day. But then I took a deep breath and asked myself, what can I learn here? That shift changed everything. I discovered a new route to work that was actually more scenic, and I used the experience to get better at managing my schedule. By embracing the chaos, I didn't just survive the day, I grew from it. Loving your fate is like choosing to dance in the rain instead of waiting for the storm to pass. This Stoic principle is about accepting life as it is, not as you wish it to be, and finding meaning in that acceptance. It's not passive resignation. It's an active choice to say yes to your reality, to see every moment as a chance to practice resilience, wisdom, and even joy. The Stoics believed that by aligning yourself with life's flow, you free yourself from the weight of resistance. You stop fighting what you can't control and start focusing on what you can. Your attitude, your response, your growth. This shift creates a kind of inner freedom that external circumstances can't touch. It's like building a fire inside you that burns brightly, no matter the weather outside. To bring amor fati into your life, start small. The next time something goes wrong, a canceled plan, a tough conversation, or a minor annoyance, pause. Instead of reacting with frustration, ask, what's the opportunity here? Maybe it's a chance to learn patience, to try something new, or to connect with someone unexpected. Celebrate the lessons, however small. Share this mindset with others too. When you talk about how you're navigating challenges, you might inspire them to do the same. I'm right here with you, cheering you on as you learn to ride life's waves with grace. So what's one thing you can embrace today, not as a setback, but as part of your path? Take a deep breath, say yes to it, and watch how it transforms your journey into one of strength, wisdom, and unexpected happiness. Your happiness is in your hands. What a journey we've been on together, haven't we? From wrestling with self-doubt to riding the unpredictable waves of life, these Stoic principles offer a roadmap to a deeper, more enduring kind of happiness, one that doesn't depend on external circumstances but blooms from within. We've explored how to challenge that nagging inner voice that says you're not enough, using Marcus Aurelius's wisdom to question unhelpful thoughts and build unshakable self-belief. We've taken time to reflect, asking what truly drives us and rediscovering dreams we might have tucked away. We've learned to focus on what we can control, as Epictetus advised, letting go of the chaos we can't change to find peace in our actions and attitudes. Spreading kindness, we've seen how small gestures, like a smile or a helping hand, create ripples of joy that enrich both others and ourselves, echoing Seneca's belief in the power of generosity. We've also embraced the art of doing less, but doing it better, pouring our hearts into what matters most, as Marcus Aurelius urged, to find satisfaction in meaningful effort. Gratitude has opened our eyes to life's hidden treasures, a warm coffee, a friend's text, a quiet moment, showing us, through Epictetus's lens, that joy grows when we focus on what we have. We've stopped chasing external approval, building an inner fortress of self-worth that no one's opinion can shake. Facing challenges head-on, we've turned obstacles into opportunities for growth, climbing our personal mountains with small, steady steps. Laughter has lightened our load, helping us find humor in life's quirks, while loving our fate, amor fati, has taught us to dance with life's twists, seeing every setback as a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and happier. These Stoic tools aren't just ancient philosophy, they're practical, life-changing practices that can guide us through the ups and downs of modern life. Life will always throw its curveballs, missed deadlines, unexpected detours, or moments of doubt. But with these principles, you're equipped to navigate them with calm, clarity, and resilience. Each step you take, whether it's jotting down a gratitude note, laughing off a minor mishap, or embracing a challenge, builds a life that feels more intentional, more yours. The Stoics remind us that happiness isn't found in chasing fleeting pleasures or waiting for a perfect moment. It is crafted in the choices we make every day, in how we respond to the world and nurture our inner strength. If this journey has sparked something in you, I'd love for you to stay connected. Imagine we're sharing a coffee, swapping stories about how these ideas are shaping our lives. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to keep exploring together. Share these principles with a friend, talk about your own mountains and how you're climbing them, and watch how your journey inspires others. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a path we walk, step by step, with intention and heart. So let's keep moving forward, armed with Stoic wisdom and a commitment to living well. Here's to a happier, more fulfilled you, one who faces life's twists with courage and joy. I'm right here with you, cheering you on as we walk this path together, ready to embrace whatever comes next.